Hello and welcome to what is my very first live stream on the channel, and today we are on Birmingham Cross City, where we'll be taking the glorious class 323 all the way from Lichfield Trent Valley to Bromsgrove. So without further ado, let's get the train set up. We'll open the doors, we'll get the master key in. We will turn on AWS, of course. There we go. We'll acknowledge that. DSD and also vigilance. For some reason, DSD is the wrong way round, so no idea what's going on with that. We'll also turn the GSMR on. There we go. And you can see we've got the head code of 2 Oscar 16. Service, which service will be stopping at Lichfield City, Blake Street, Butler's Lane, Four Oaks, Sutton Coldfield, Wild Green, Chester Road, Erdington, Gravelly Hill, Aston, Birmingham New Street, of course. And then we've got Five Ways, University, Selly Oak, Bourneville, Kings Norton, Northfield, Longbridge, and finally Bromsgrove. So should be, quite a good run. Well, obviously, it will take us a little while to make our way all the way down to Bromsgrove, roughly over an hour. So hopefully you do enjoy this one. If you do, when you hit that like button, it really is appreciated, and also consider subscribing. So we're just a few seconds away from being able to depart, so get a nice view of this class 323. It's looking lovely. We're 15 seconds out now from departure, so we'll start to close the doors. There we go, and we are ready to depart. Wait for the brake cylinder pressure to come down, and away we go. You can hear those wonderful traction motor sounds that are very familiar with the 323. There we go. We've got to take the junction here, which will be the set points to put us over onto the left hand side. So just keep our speed under control. Acknowledge the whistle board there. Bit of power, we can get up to 25. And actually we are clear to head up to 60, so let's put the power down. So our next stop will be Lichfield City. It's just 0.9 of a mile. Not far at all now. Picking up the speed really quite nicely here. We do actually need to be slowing for the 20 mile an hour coming up. So start to brake. The brakes on this 323 are phenomenal, so yeah, we don't need to worry too much about slowing in time. We're down to 23, so still plenty of room to run before we've got to be at 20. There we go, and we're down to 20 anyway, so no problem at all. So coming up in just under 600 yards now, so will be Lichfield City. There we go, at 19 perfectly for the 20 mile an hour. Go. You can see Lichfield City Station just coming into view. So make sure we hit our stopping marker here. There we go. Stopping towards the end of the platform here. See if we can see our stop marker. You can, just in the distance there. We'll start to brake here. Nicely does it. And there's the stop marker. Let's just go for a little bit more. Perfect. Let's unlock those doors. Evening, Flying Scotsman. I'm very well, thank you. Yourself? There we go. Passengers getting on and off nicely. We got to wait here till 54 minutes past. So actually we'll start to lock the doors in just a moment. There we go, doors closed and we are ready to depart. We still are under 20 mile an hour. 20 mile an hour limit at the moment. Pick up this, put a bit more throttle on, a bit more power. Although not that much, let's just get it back under control. There we go, there's 20. There's the 45 board. So once we cleared that, we can, there we go, let's put the, let's use the full power of this 323. Flying Scotsman, no, I didn't go to Portsmouth today. Obviously excited for the 323 coming to the upcoming Glossop line. I think that'll be amazing to see this this loco obviously used on another route, because it is so fantastically modelled. And obviously the introduction of the guard mode will be really interesting to see what that's got to offer. So I'm really looking forward to that. Got a 55 coming up, so we won't get too ahead of ourselves with a speed. Keep it under 55 here. Let's just brake a touch. There we go, 55. So next stop will be Blake Street in 4 miles or so. No, I didn't see the Flying Scotsman, did you? Okay, we're back up to 60 now anyway. So we can put the power on a little bit. We can sit here nicely at 60 now, just cruise into Blake Street. It's really nice scenery as we make our way towards the centre of Birmingham. So just get that speed back under control. We are going slightly downhill here, so got to be careful. I would love to see some, additional layers onto this route just to make it a little bit busier. I think it really would make a difference. fact, we get to see another 323 coming in the opposite direction. As we thunder through this station. Obviously we're not stopping here today. So 2 miles now to go to Blake Street. We do have 50 coming up in a mile. 1.3 miles, so I think that's probably going to be just outside of Blake Street, so got to be mindful of that. But actually we need to pick up some speed because of our gradient going uphill. It's naturally taking that speed off. Gets an outside shot of 323. Gotta love the horn. See, we'll get to see it in its northern livery in the next coming weeks, so that will be very exciting to see that. So Blake Street now just under a mile. We need to be just mindful we don't overshoot. Let it cruise. I think we've got Blake Street just around this corner from memory. Doing 45 here, so 40. The brakes on this 323 are just phenomenal. You really can slam them on if you've slightly forget to start slowing for your station, but we're all good. Imagine the station will be just round this bend here. You can just about see the end of it coming into view. We're doing 30 anyway, so plenty of time for us to slow down. But it also seems to be a short platform, so don't want to be overshooting here. But you know, we're doing a really easy speed just to control ourselves into the platform. You can see where we're supposed to be stopping. I really need to turn that off. You can see our stop marker to our left hand side. It will probably just come into view just in that pillar in the blind spot. There we go, we'll unlock those doors. It's looking good. There we go. Oh, we're popping in and out there. Let's get ready to lock those doors. There we go. Perfect time. It's about 10 seconds to get those doors locked, so it allows us to leave on time. And we'll be going into 60. You can see the marker board just ahead. There we go. We'll go 4 notch 4. Picking up the speed very nicely. But we've got Butler's Lane coming up in 0.6 of a mile, so really short hop between those two stations there. start to slow now. You can see the station just ahead. But again, brakes on this, you don't need to worry too much. There's the station. We're doing 37, so let's get this camera centered properly. There we go, here's Butler's Lane. Coming in nicely here. You can see our stop marker again on the left hand side. Just run it up a little bit more so we're closer to the stop point. There we go, and we'll unlock those doors. Okay, so I think I may have been just speaking into the microphone on mute, so apologies. It's the first live stream, so getting used to it. Thank you, David, for popping in. It's always nice to see. And absolutely, Birmingham Cross City is one of my favourites as well.
Security personnel
Thoroughly enjoy
the
driving it
station.
at the moment. Let's lock those doors so we can be going. There we go. And away we go for our next station, which will be Wild Green. There we go, we've got 60 board here as well, so we can really stretch the legs of this 323. Hopefully that should pop up to 69. Yep, there we go. So picking up speed nicely. Almost up to 60 now, and we've got 0.8 of a mile to go to Wild Green. We probably should think about slowing at this point. We can just about see the station in the distance there. Looks like there's another 323 sat at the platform at the moment. There we go, coming into the station, just applying a little bit more brake. Coming in at a nice speed here, and we're going to be just about on time as well, which is going to be important to stick to our schedule. There we go, coming in nicely. Again, we'll look for our stopping point. There we go, nicely does it, and let's open those doors. We'll go into the 8 camera here, although we're in the bush again. Tell you what, we'll park ourselves here so we can watch ourselves depart. Although that was us popping thanks to a passenger, which is always fun. Right, we're ready to go. Let's lock those doors. We've got really quite short stopping times at stations, so got to be mindful of that. There you go, get to hear these beautiful traction engines, motors. And there we go, really does pick up speed really quickly. So Chester Road next, again just 0.6 of a mile. These stations really are very close together. We'll keep it here about 44 miles an hour, especially if we're going to be stopping just up ahead. Can we see a station yet? We can just see the end of it, so a little bit of brake. Once we get towards the end of the platform, we'll start to apply the brakes again. Surf. There we go. We'll start applying now. And that's it. We can see where we need to be stopping. Bit more brake. Braking application. Speed's coming down nicely, and we can see our stop board to the left hand side there. There we go. Pretty bang on, I would say. Let's unlock those doors. We are running a little bit behind schedule, so we're going to be sat here just momentarily before we need to be locking those doors. 20 seconds or so behind. It's not too bad. There we go, and we are ready to go. Straight into notch 3. Wait for that brake cylinder pressure to come down, and away we go. So Erdington next. And that's again really show. You can already see it in the distance there. So we'll get up to about 45. Come off the power now, I think. And need to be applying those brakes. Slowing ourselves for the next stop, as another 323 is also just coming to Erdington. Nice to see 2323s in the station at the same time. And again, just pull up to our stop point. Nicely does it, and let's unlock those doors. Let's jump into the 8 camera so we can see both 323s here.
Please ensure you have a valid ticket for travel. You will be expected to produce your tickets when asked to do so.
We're slightly locking those doors a little bit too early, but never mind. The other 323 is about to depart. And away that one goes. And we'll be leaving in around 10 seconds or so. So we've managed to get back on schedule, which is good. Always that slight pause before we get going. And there we go. So next up is Gravelly Hill, and that is a mile, so a little bit further to go to the next station this time round. Definitely tell we're starting to make our way into the centre of Birmingham. Definitely feels a lot more built up. There we go, already up to 60. Let's just ease back on the power. So Gravelly Hill now, we need to be braking. We're into the hundreds of yards. Again, we can just be on the notch 1. These brakes are so good. We are actually going down over 1% gradient, so we may need to slip into notch 2 as we get closer to the platform here. But it seems like we're slowing quite nicely. Let it run a minute. We're at 30 anyway, so we'll go back on the brakes here. Probably into notch 2 now, because our stopping point is quite close here. Just ease off to, there we go. Just let it run a minute so we can stop where we need to. There we go. This is the station I always find a little bit tricky when coming to a stop. Obviously, going down over a 1% gradient makes it a little bit more tricky, but we've conquered it. Just get locking those doors. And away we go for our next station, which will be Ashton. And we will be going into a 50 as well, so need to be mindful of that. There's the 50 board. So a mile to Aston. Let's just ease back on the power now. Slight application of brakes. But we're now nice, we're cruising. Cruising at 50. There we go, 50, just slightly on the brakes here. Acknowledge AWS. As we'll be going down to 20. That's as we take the junction just up ahead. So keep the brake application on. Let it run actually for a little bit here. We've not even got to the 40 board, but just up ahead will be the 20. It's definitely feeling a lot more built up now. See the junction just coming up here, and straight after the junction will be Aston, where we'll be stopping. There we go, there's 20. So we've given ourselves plenty of time to get down to the required speed for this junction, and then it will give us a nice short run into Aston. As you can see the end of the platform there. We have another 323 actually in the station already. It's nice that you see so many 323s. We are definitely early into Aston here. I am just under a minute or so. Go. Spot on. Let's open those doors. You can see that other 323 just off in the distance there, taking the junction as where we've just come from. So we've got about a minute here just to kill. Let's go into the 8 camera here, and we can have a look around Aston. It does look very nicely modelled. I'm liking it. Have a look around the station. Looking pretty modern, I have to say. Let's give you a quick view of the map of Birmingham Cross City. So we started all the way up here at Lynchfield, Trent Valley. Before, obviously, we've headed all the way down. We're currently at Aston. On probably a couple more stops, might be the next stop. Thank you for reminding me. As I say, then we'll be heading into Birmingham New Street before heading all the way south down to Bromsgrove. So still a little fair way to go yet, but we're making really good progress. So yeah, our next stop will be Birmingham New Street, 2.2 miles. We'll be going into a 70 very shortly. You can see the board just tucked behind. There we go, there's the 70 board. We should clear that any second now. There you go, there's 70. Let's put our foot down. It's an extremely slow approach to Birmingham New Street, but we'll get to, we should get there pretty quickly actually. We'll get up to 60 and ease off the power because we're not going to get to 70 anytime soon. Just to ease off the power now, giving away at 60. And there's the 60 board. Acknowledge that. What have we got here? So warning for 30, so we'll start to slow. It's worth saying I'm using the AWS plunger from TS controllers. It's a fantastic bit of kit. It's, yeah, I absolutely love it. Gives you a proper tactile feeling, obviously pressing the AWS button. It just gives a little bit of realism. Hopefully more hardware support comes to Train Sim World in the future, fingers crossed. Rolling at 30 here. You see the 30 will be coming in around 400 yards or so. As you can definitely tell, we are getting into the heart of Birmingham here now. Bit of power, we've got quite a steep gradient here. On our right hand side here we've got the what is being modelled as the engineering works for High Speed 2. It's nice to see that that's been modelled in the game. T3 coming in the opposite direction. There we go, so that's AWS to say that we're going to be hitting a double yellow. So this is for our approach to Birmingham New Street. We'll keep rolling at 25, it's pretty nice, even though it's a 30. And we need to be slowing for the 15 in just a moment, but this is quite a steep gradient that we're going down, but that's no problem. Yep, that's the single yellow. We'll acknowledge AWS for that. Just let gravity do its work here. We'll just start to apply the brakes actually. And you can see we've got notification that we're going into platform 12. As I say, this is a slow approach to Birmingham New Street. We are going to be a little bit early into it, I think. You can see Birmingham New Street just coming into view here. There's the 15 board, which we are perfectly down in time for. I believe we dropped down to 10 as well, so there's the 10 board just coming up ahead, but natural gradient will slow us down anyway. There's 10. Nicely does it. So as we enter what is a very quiet Birmingham New Street, this is the only real criticism I have with this route, is the I understand why there are not more trains at Birmingham New Street, because they just simply haven't been modelled yet, but you know, hopefully in the future, once more appropriate models do become available, let's hope they They are introduced here. And in fact, this is not our stopping point. We are actually, in fact, early, so we need to stop at this red here. And it looks like we're going to need to wait for... Just put this into neutral, put the DRA on. We need to wait for the train in front of us to clear. This is a little bit different. I've not been held like this before. Let's pop out a second. Or are you intending to go anytime soon? You're also being held. Interesting. So we're waiting now for this other 323 to come in, by the looks of it, before I guess this one. Although you're driving without anyone in it. That's interesting. Nice. I've not quite seen that one before, but that's clearly a new bug. So we'll allow that just to clear the block, and then we will be able to move into our stopping point. There we go. We're given the yellow, so let's take off the DRA, and we'll move up to where we need to stop. Go, start to slow down now. Actually, we need to get a little bit further up. Keep going. There we go, and we'll stop here. Perfect, and we can unlock the doors. We are running a minute late as a result of that 323 being in front of us. But we do actually have the green now, so no need to set the DRA. Let's have a look at Birmingham New Street. It does look fantastic. Obviously, I'd love to see it just with bustling with you know, passengers and trains and such like. It would just give it a whole new dynamic. It certainly would. Right, we can be getting ready to head off in just a second. Let's start locking those doors. And there we go. Away we go for 5 ways. We are still under 10 miles an hour, so got to be mindful of that. So we've got 5 ways: University, Surrey Oak, Bourneville, Kings Norton, Northfield, Longbridge, and then finally Bromsgrove. So still a little fair old way to go yet. Get ourselves up to 15, and then we'll be soon into a 20 as well. There's the 20 board just coming into view. Bit more power. There we go, there's 20. As we head towards 5 ways, so not far away at all. So we make our way out of Birmingham New Street. Should have a pretty clear run towards Bromsgrove now. 40 board coming up. There it is. Once we've cleared that, we can get accelerating. There's 40. Let's give it full power. There we go. So 5 ways in just a couple of 100 yards. It's really not far to go. Believe as we pop out the other side of this this tunnel, we will be right upon 5 ways. But as we're going up a over a 1% gradient, we get a natural bit of braking anyway. And there we go. There's 5 ways. Let's start applying the brakes. It's looking good. And we're about 45 seconds early, so let's give it a little bit dab more of power so we get to our stopping point. There we go. Beautiful. Let's open those doors. There it is. Done. It looked fantastic. The buildings giving it a real good urban vibe. I love it. It's nice how you can kind of transition from countryside to sort of city vibes and then back out to more countryside-esque as we head towards Bromsgrove. So yeah, it's thoroughly enjoyable, this route. Go, and away we go. So we're in a 40, so be quite aggressive on the power, as we've got another 323 coming into the station here. We should clear should have cleared the 5th. Actually, the 50's coming up, so just ease back off the power until we get to the 50. There we go. There's past the 50 board. Let's start applying the power. So 1.3 miles to university. Make sure we don't speed here. It's looking good. Mile to go. And it looks like probably the other side of university we will be able to get up to 60. Bit more power here. Just maintain that 50 miles an hour. Need to think about slowing. It's 0.6 of a mile away from the university now, so it's nice running alongside the canal. Do need to start slowing, so let's apply the brakes. I imagine university will be just round the corner here. But we're slowing nicely anyway. You can see the building actually just coming into view. It's quite an impressive station actually. There we go. There is university station. We'll stop slowing. Oh, we need to be a bit more aggressive here. We're slightly going to overrun, perhaps. Oh, It's not quite what I wanted to do, but it's okay. We're still on the station, that's the main thing. Hi Alfie, how you doing? There we go, so we've got to hang around here for a moment and see passengers getting on and off. Really is a busy station. Let's jump back in the cab. We won't be too long before setting off to our next stop, which will be Selly Oak, then Bourneville, and then after that Kings Norton. So let's have a quick look around the station. Oh, we've ended up on a road. It's looking good. Let's get locking those doors. There you go, as the door's shut. That's a collectible if anyone wants to know where one is that. And we're ready to go. So next up is Selly Oak. Okay, let's go notch 4 of power. And there's 60, so we can continue to accelerate. But actually we need to be slowing, so we always need to be mindful of our stopping pattern, as it says there. Hopefully as we come round this bend here, the station will be right upon us. Here it is. We get a couple of stations that are quite close together. And another Class 323 also in the station at the same time. This is Selly Oak. You can see our stopping board just on the left hand side here, which we're going to stop nicely in time for. There we go. Just go to notch 3. There we go. Perfect. Unlock. Again, nice modern station that we've got here. And we're clipping through yet again. We certainly won't be here for very long. As soon as we finish, we need to be locking those doors. And we'll be heading off to Bourneville next, the home of chocolate. You'll see the famous Cadbury's factory there at Bourneville. Off we go. On notch 4, we've got, we're permitted to get up to 60. So, mile to go to Bourneville. And we're pretty good for time actually. We're sticking to our schedule quite nicely. There we go, already up to pretty much 60. We'll ease back on the power now. Just make sure we don't creep over 60 here. In fact, we're going to have AWS warning. We've got flashing yellows indicating that we will be taking a set of points coming up. Actually, we need to be a lot more aggressive on the brakes here. There we go. So if you ever are coming in a little too hot station, you can rely on these brakes to scrub the speed off. So obviously Bourneville painted in the Cadbury's purple, which looks it does look fantastic. There we go. Stopping nicely. jump into the this camera here, so you can see the purple. I believe the Bromsgrove factory is visible, I want to say, but I'm not sure which side it is. I thought it was this side, not sure. But yeah, we've got a little while here. We will set the DRA actually, because we've just went through a flashing double amber, but that will be for the junction at Kings Norton, I'm pretty sure. Got about 15 more seconds before we can lock in the door. Make sure we stick to time. There we go, acknowledge DSD. Right, we can be locking those doors. And we can unset the DRA. There we go, remind us that we are still under double yellows. And away we go. I think we'll get to about 30 or 40 and then come off the power. So as I say, next stop will be Kings Norton. Yeah, there you go. You can see we've got a 30, but we're not going. I don't think this one is for us. That 30. There we go. That certainly is for us. The single flash in yellow. That's fine. That's to be expected as we take the junction at Kings Norton. We've got another 323 coming in the opposite direction there. There's a 45-mile-an-hour board. You can see it's got a repeater here, so we're still cleared to proceed, albeit a caution. There you go, you can see we've got a single yellow and then with the feather indicating that we're going to the left, and it actually now goes clear. And yeah, we need to be adhering to 30. Do a little bit of power here, why not? There's the speed board for the 30. We're going to be pretty much bang on time into Kings Norton by the looks of it, so it's going well. There we go. As we go across the points here, starts to be slow, and you can see there's a 70 board there. So when we leave, we know we're actually going to be under 70. So and unlock those doors. Kings Norton is really quite a large station actually. Obviously with what would have been a 4-platform station at one point. Obviously now it's just 2. Yeah, it really is quite a large station actually. I guess over the years it's been kind of reduced in size and probably not used so frequently. And actually we can be going. Too busy looking around Kings Norton. So next up will be Northfield, 1.4 miles. And as I say, we're permitted to get up to 70, so let's make the most of that. Really picking up speed now. speed is phenomenal. It's amazing how quickly it picks up. Already up to 60. And there we have an AWS double yellow, so we'll start to a little bit of brake application. But we need to be slowing anyway for Northfield, so that's okay. Keep running along here at 40. Actually, you can see the station just coming into view. And also got another 323. There's plenty of them on this route we've seen. It's great though, it's great to see. We're rolling at around 25 miles an hour. And actually, we're going to get the AWS warning for a single yellow in just a moment. You can see the magnet coming up. Let's get ready to acknowledge. But we also need to be slowing for our stop here at Northfield. There we go, nicely does it. Just let it roll a minute so we can get a little bit further up the platform. There it is, and nicely does it. Stop, perfect. Let's open those doors. Oh, put DRA on, given we've got a proceed at caution next. Just so we actually remember. Nice to see 2 Class 323s in there, in the station. And actually we can be locking those doors. We can reset the DRA, put us back into Fords, and away we go. Tut tut, the GSMR wasn't on. Let's turn that on. I imagine this will be the approach for Longbridge, because I'm pretty sure it brings you in under a red aspect before then giving you the path over onto the fast line, I believe. But we'll stick at 40. Gonna get AWS here. There we go. Actually, there you go, it's indicating that we should be slowing for 45, but we're only doing 37, so no drama there. We'll stick around 40. We know we need to be stopping at Longbridge anyway. Actually, you can just about make it out in the distance. There's the platform for Longbridge. So we'll be slowing. There we go, there's the station coming into view. It's looking nice. Need to be careful of our stopping point since we got a red aspect up ahead. I'm going to be pretty much on time into Longbridge. There's the magnet for this next signal. We'll acknowledge that. And there you go, it's actually gone green to give us the path. Let's open those doors. In fact, we are extremely early into Longbridge. Didn't quite expect that we'll be waiting here for around 3 minutes or so. So it gives us a chance just to have another look at the map. So obviously head all the way north where we started off at Lichfield Trent Valley, made our way south of course, before ending up in a Birmingham New Street, and then we've have headed obviously further south. Oh, let's just acknowledge DSD there. Let's jump back into here. So obviously we're currently sat at Longbridge, and then we'll be continuing south down on the main line. There is obviously the branch for Redditch as well, which you can do. You know, you can do if you fancy it. But this is a pretty good looking station. Nice long ramp there. Plenty of passengers obviously coming for our train. Well, we've got the time. Let's have a look around the interior of this 323. So the next station is Bromsgrove. I'm not sure it might be. I'm not sure, you know. I hate this 3+2 seating. It's so difficult to make your way through. And there you go. We'll continue through the centre section here. We've got a toilet just up ahead. Look at how you're supposed to fit through there. Before we can head into what is the final carriage. Welcome aboard to this service too. The next station. Oh well, that didn't work, did it? There we go. Nice, I like it. We can open and close these doors. Nice. Very nice. Let's head back down the station. At the platform here. We've got a minute to kill now. I'm surprised we're waiting here so long. Especially when we've got the path as well, indicated by the green aspect. Let's shut that door. Get back in the cab. So 45 seconds or so, then we can be departing. And it is our next stop. Yeah, it will be our final stop on this run, which will be Bromsgrove. It's been a really enjoyable run actually. I haven't driven on Birmingham Cross City for a little while now actually, so it's always nice to dip back into it. But I thought it'd be good to drive the Class 3 T3 ahead of its release with the Glossop line. So yeah, it's nice to get acquainted with it again. We can start locking these doors around about now, I think. That's absolutely fine. And then we can be departing. There we go. Away we go. So we're going to be taking the set points here as indicated by the signal. It's a 20 mile an hour over the points here, so we're fine for now. We're going to be sticking on this. Yeah, we're going to be sticking on this. We're not going to be going over again. There we go. And we're now actually permitted to get up to 90. So we'll get up to the max speed of this Class 323. It's nice. Really stretch its legs. So we've got another 323 just coming into shot there. It's looking good. That's a 6-car unit. Two 323s coupled together. Really stretch the legs of this Class 323 now. So 5.5 miles to Bromsgrove. On our way to Bromsgrove, we will be going down the Licky Incline. It is a very, very steep hill. Certainly for a train like this. Got to be mindful of our speeds, of course. But we're really motoring now up to 75. And the speed is still increasing. This is good. This is good. go, really motoring now. Just ease back off the power so we can maintain our 90 miles an hour. We'll certainly soon be in Bromsgrove going at this rate. Now we're cruising at our max speed of this loco. This is just going through, I think it's Bark Green, which is the junction to head towards Redditch, that take the branch to Redditch. We really are motoring now. 3 miles to go to Bromsgrove. Certainly back out into what feels more countryside-esque. Okay, there we go. Is a double yellow, which will be indicating that we will be taking a set of points, and I suspect that's as we get closer to Bromsgrove. I suspect actually for our platform allocation. Go down for 75 nicely, and there you go. You can actually see with the indication on that signal there that we will be going over to the right once we actually get to Bromsgrove. We're going to get AWS here, and that will be okay. So that's active to say that we will be going down to 40 if we're going to be going across the set points. So it's right that we continue to slow, and there's the single yellow still flashing, so continuing that indication that we will be taking the set points up ahead. So this is obviously the Licky incline. You've got a 2.7% gradient going downhill, but just notch one of the braking is doing is serving us well here. We'll just keep rolling it at around 40, ready to take the set of points. Let's keep our speed under control. Don't want the thing running away with us. There you go. Continue to show the aspect that we will be going across. I'd imagine the next signal will be just before the set points that we need to take, and there will be an indication with a feather illuminated. And again, you can see just coming off the brakes there a little bit allows the speed to pick up really quickly. Again, we're probably going to get AWS again, are we? Yep, there we go. And that's the indication for the 50. And AWS again, I should imagine. There we go, we'll acknowledge that. And there's the next signal, which is single yellow, and telling us that we will be going across the set of points coming up. Not quite sure why it's showing 90 as our next speed limit, because it certainly won't be. Continue to slow. We're doing under 40 anyway, so nice approach into Bromsgrove. There you go. There's the board there to indicate that it is 40 as across this set of points. As we pull into Bromsgrove. What an enjoyable run that has been. Yeah, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Obviously not having driven on Birmingham Cross City for a little while, but as I say, really excited for the upcoming release of the Glossop line to obviously use the 323 again. acknowledge the red. And we just need to move a little bit further up the platform here to our stopping point. Oh, well, we've totally gone past it. Never mind, we're at the four-car stop. Never mind, indeed. Let's unlock those doors for the final time. Oh, we've got a horrible bit of lag there. Not sure quite what went on there. Let's finish unloading those passengers. And that concludes our run. So hopefully you've enjoyed that one. Why don't you hit that like button, also subscribe. And this has been a really enjoyable first live stream for me. So there certainly will be more to come, and I'll see you in the next ones. Bye-bye for now.